Welcome to Trivia Clips. Today we celebrate a true musical chameleon, the one and only David Bowie. From Ziggy Stardust to the Thin White Duke, Bowie's personas changed, but his genius never wavered. He wasn't just a musician. He was a visionary, a fashion icon, and a cultural rebel. Are you ready to test your knowledge about the legend who fell to earth? Let's jump into part 1 of this stardust-fueled trivia challenge. 1. What was David Bowie's real name? A. David Robert Jones. B. Stephen Patrick Morrissey. C. John David Bowie. Answer: A. David Robert Jones. David Bowie was born David Robert Jones in 1947 in Brixton, London. To avoid confusion with Davy Jones of the Monkees, he changed his name. Inspired by the Bowie knife, he wanted something sharp and distinctive. The name became iconic in music, fashion, and pop culture. Even early on, Bowie had a vision of standing out. His name change was the first of many reinventions. 2. What was Bowie's breakthrough hit in 1969? A. Heroes. B. Life on Mars. C. Space Oddity. Answer: C. Space Oddity. Space Oddity was released just before the Apollo 11 moon landing. The song introduced Major Tom, a fictional astronaut lost in space. It captured the mood of the space race era perfectly. Its eerie tone and cosmic lyrics made it a Bowie classic. The BBC even used it during their moon landing coverage. It marked the beginning of Bowie's rise to stardom. 3. Which alter ego did Bowie introduce in 1972? A. Aladdin Sane. B. Ziggy Stardust. C. The Thin White Duke. Answer: B. Ziggy Stardust. Ziggy Stardust was an androgynous alien rock star. Bowie created him to explore fame, identity, and alienation. The persona broke boundaries in music and gender expression. Ziggy's theatrical style left a deep cultural impact. He became a symbol of rebellion and creativity. It's one of Bowie's most iconic contributions to rock. 4. What album features the song Heroes? A. Heroes. B. Low. C. Lodger. Answer: A. Heroes. The song Heroes is the title track from the 1977 album. It was part of his Berlin trilogy with Brian Eno. The lyrics were inspired by lovers at the Berlin Wall. The song became an anthem of hope and resistance. Bowie recorded his vocals in a single passionate take. Today, it remains one of his most beloved tracks. 5. Which film featured Bowie as Jareth the Goblin King? A. The Man Who Fell to Earth. B. Labyrinth. C. The Hunger. Answer: B. Labyrinth. Bowie starred as Jareth in the 1986 fantasy film Labyrinth. He blended charm, menace, and glam into the character. The film became a cult classic over the years. Bowie also contributed several songs to the soundtrack. It showed his talent beyond the music stage. Jareth remains one of his most iconic film roles. 6. What was Bowie's final studio album? A. Black Star. B. Reality. C. The Next Day. Answer: A. Black Star. Black Star was released 2 days before Bowie's death in 2016. The album is full of cryptic lyrics and dark jazz elements. It served as his artistic farewell to the world. Fans and critics praised its haunting beauty and bravery. He turned death into a final act of creative expression. It's one of the boldest endings in rock history. Stay tuned for part 2 of the David Bowie Trivia Challenge. Music. Welcome back to Trivia Clips. You crushed part 1, but can you survive the funky fire of part 2? This half dives into RHCP's evolution, iconic albums, and unforgettable moments. Let's see if your Chili Peppers knowledge goes all the way to 11. Grab your air guitar and let's get into part 2 of this high-energy trivia challenge. 6. What is the title of the RHCP album released in 1999? A. Stadium Arcadium. B. Californication. C. One Hot Minute. Answer B. Californication. Californication was released in 1999 and marked a huge comeback. It featured hits like the title track, Scar Tissue, and Other Side. The album explored fame, addiction, and the California dream. Frusciante's return helped bring back their signature feel. It sold over 15 million copies worldwide. Critics praised it for its balance of introspection and groove. 7. What double album did RHCP release in 2006? A. Blood Sugar Sex Magik. B. Stadium Arcadium. C. Californication. Answer B. Stadium Arcadium. Stadium Arcadium is a 28-track double album released in 2006. It features a wide range of styles and emotional tones. Songs like Danny California and Snow Hey Oh became instant hits. It was their first album to debut at #1 on the Billboard 200. The album won multiple Grammy Awards. It's considered one of their most ambitious projects. 8. What RHCP member wrote a memoir called Scar Tissue? A. Chad Smith. B. Anthony Kiedis. C. Flea. Answer B. Anthony Kiedis. Scar Tissue is Anthony Kiedis' raw and revealing memoir. It chronicles his battles with addiction and rise to fame. The book dives deep into the band's wild early years. It became a New York Times bestseller. Kiedis opens up about creativity, family, and recovery. The memoir gave fans a closer look at the man behind the mic. 9. Which song's video features RHCP in an animated roller coaster ride? A. Can't Stop. B. Other Side. C. Californication. Answer C. Californication. The music video for Californication became iconic for its animation style. It shows the band members in a surreal video game-like journey. The concept added a visual twist to the album's themes of disconnection. It earned heavy rotation on MTV and cemented their image in pop culture. Fans praised it for its originality and creativity. It remains one of their most memorable visual works. 10. What drummer joined RHCP in 1988 and is still part of the band? A. Dave Grohl. B. Chad Smith. C. Travis Barker. Answer B. Chad Smith. Chad Smith joined RHCP in 1988 and brought heavy, hard-hitting style. He's known for his energy, power, and rock-solid timing. Chad's chemistry with Flea forms one of rock's tightest rhythm sections. He's also played with Chickenfoot and other supergroups. His iconic look, bandana, sleeveless shirt, and big smile is fan favorite. Chad is now one of the longest-serving members of the band. You made it to the final note. Well played. Whether you're a die-hard RHCP fan or just discovering their funk-fueled journey, thanks for playing. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe for more trivia madness from Trivia Clips. Until next time, stay funky, stay fearless, and keep the music alive.